So, but instead we are gonna continue the main story. Where we... Oh yeah, we just saved Flint. And decided to come back here to figure out who is trying to blackmail him. Hello?
I understand the situation more or less. Much has happened, I see.
So you understand more than me then?
I suppose we were lucky not to receive a warm welcome on the way over here. It seems my fellow Lightkeepers do not wish to make this case public just yet.
Yeah. Guess Nasha Town's already been enough of a mess lately.
Let's stop here. Any further and the Ratniki might detect us. Since you two can enter, I'll have to request that you kindly pick me up once you're inside.
What do you mean by that?
And how are we supposed to do that?
You'll know when the time comes.
I will?
See you later.
Why are you being so ominous? But buddy, what do you mean by that? Huh?
Still acting all mysterious. But he seemed pretty confident, so guess we've gotta trust him.
Yeah, sure, let's do exactly that.
Hello?
Hi.
Ah, you're the special assistants for this investigation,
Yes.
right?
Yep, that's us.
Hi, users, welcome. Sorry, I know it's a bit late, but can I go in?
You're just in time. We're basically done investigating the crime scene. All that's left is to finish writing up some records.
Okay.
Then properly dispose of Sergeant Major Sosi's remains. If there's anything else you'd like to look into, this is your last chance to do so.
Find anything new?
Sadly, no. The motive behind the killing remains a mystery. And while we somehow managed to get news of Flint's, an unexpected accident caused us to miss him. But considering that Nefer from the Curatorium of Secrets
nice.
came forward to help investigate, I have no doubt that a breakthrough's not far off.
Expert use of delaying tactics on her part. Excellent work.
We'll do our part too. Alright, we're going in.
We will do our parts, yes. Definitely. Okay, let me go in. Bunny girl? I'm very far away from being a bunny.
We're in. Thanks to Nefer's reputation, once again. But we still know nothing about how Flint is gonna enter, or how we'll pick him up. Never mind how we'll leave later on.
Is that dead body just laying on the ground?
What's
Openly?
the matter?
There's a strange light by the window.
Huh. That looks like Flint's lantern. But
Is he the lantern?
exactly? Well, we've got the lantern.
I
What
guess.
now?
Is she gonna turn? There we go.
Oh, Paimon almost screamed out loud. You never said you could do magic like that.
Now that's what I call going incognito.
This lantern may have a rather peculiar shape, but so long as it doesn't glow, it won't stand out in the dark.
But
I
it did glow
calculated that you would
though.
have already entered, so I chose a spot visible from the window before using light to send you a signal. As I thought, you're both sharp-eyed and on the ball.
The perks of being veteran adventurers, huh?
It's just it. Surely that can't be accomplished through elemental power alone.
Your composure is more impressive still.
I'm
You're right.
I love you lots and
That
lots and
requires
What do you
lots.
mean my mods are failing me?
Trick of my own.
Thank you for your
But
follow,
let us
as
leave
an
such trivial
Thank
topics
you.
for a more
Welcome,
relaxed
welcome.
moment. Our time is limited after all.
It was Genshin as a category. I don't know. Maybe it's on your part, Tad. Category is Genshin.
Just as I thought. Come, try sensing it yourself.
Are we touching? Oh, okay. I was like, are we touching the ground? No, we're touching dead bodies. This is worse than touching the ground. Very faint, but there is some residual power near the wound that feels identical to the abyssal energy that surged from Flint's lantern. Well, maybe you need to restart? Or like F5 to stream? It does say Genshin for me as a category. Are you sure? You don't have to compliment me. I know I suck at pronouncing names, okay? I know I suck at pronouncing names.
Identical powers must flow
Well,
from the
thank you,
same
Dad.
source.
But you were wrong.
It was the wild hunt, then, that took my form and killed the Sergeant Major. But why do this?
To sow chaos by depriving the Lightkeepers of one of their commanders?
If the Wild Hunt's true form is powerful enough to stand against the world as you claim, I fear not even the full force of Lightkeepers could stand against him, let alone the handful of us stationed in Nasha Town. He would have no reason whatsoever to pick quarrels with individual ants. Let's look again more closely.
They said that
We
the
must
crime
leave
scene
no
investigation is
stone
already
unturned.
complete. There should no longer be a need to keep this place exactly as it... Oh yeah.
Well,
We can just mess
that
this up.
makes things simpler. In that case, allow me to disturb the fallen.
Okay, sure.
May the ghost flame guide your spirit. May you rest in peace.
However, despite a very thorough...
When we fought, he seemed like quite a reckless foe. Certainly not the meticulous mastermind type. Yet here we are, grappling with this enigma he has left us.
Oh, if we can't get any leads, we might have to go back and find Nefer. Oh, the longer we're
The
stuck
guy
here,
on the floor
more
is
clear the
dead.
answer we
I
can't
hope
go.
it's not like you.
This is so frustrating.
Is that all? Have you really tried every angle? Found every clue? Have a look at the flashing light on his arm.
You mean this?
I'm not well
What are those
versed
are?
in machinery, but that means his mechanical arm is malfunctioning, right? It might have been broken in combat.
So he did fight
right.
against dying.
Paimon remembers this signal. We saw it before while repairing the cannon. It doesn't mean that the components are damaged. It just means that they're due for regular maintenance, so the device has stopped operating. But the real problem is that
When we were fixing the cannon, his arm was working just fine.
yeah, he even helped us find the maintenance port. It could still be a
Is it Morse
coincidence,
code?
But considering it hasn't been long at all since we were repairing that cannon.
The Sosi you met could have been Rerir in disguise.
Hmm.
In other words, he played the Sergeant Major before disguising himself as me.
That's right. If only there were some way to prove it.
Something in maintenance. It registered with the Nashitan's repairman. Ooh.
You mean Hintsa?
We had a short chat with him once at the tavern, but it's so late. Guess it'll have to wait till tomorrow.
Or
I
we just
know
waking
where he
up.
lives. The situation is critical, so let us now take up the role of uninvited guests ourselves.
Sure.
Yes. And one more thing.
Yeah.
Remember to pick me
Oh.
up by the window.
Okay. You leave the room if I had any trouble and start heading toward Hintz's residence. Okay, sure, let's do that. Let's wake up a poor man in the middle of the night to ask for some records.
Oh, it's you two. And Flint's.
Hmm.
Given the hour, I guess it must be an emergency.
It
Kinda.
is indeed. Our sincerest apologies
Hi,
for
Obama.
interrupting your rest. We are investigating a certain matter in connection with Sergeant Major Sosi. We'd like to know if he has sent you a request for maintenance to be performed on his mechanical arm.
Sosi. Oh, so the rumors I heard, are they true? You know what? Forget it. I'm sure it's complicated. No further questions from me. Just a moment. I need to check my records.
Thank you for your understanding.
Got it. 8 days ago, he came to request a round of regular maintenance.
Oh.
But as it happened, I had run out of the required components.
Oh.
His mechanical arm is especially sophisticated, having
Okay.
been designed by Aino personally. The parts, too, could only be made by her. As such, they usually take several days to arrive. In fact, this time, he even asked me if we could push his request forward. And I understood, completely. Not being able to use your hand, that's rough for anyone.
Yeah, that
But
sounds
even
terrible.
more so if your job involves fighting out in the wild. So I did my best to convince Aino to rush the job. And eventually, the parts arrived. 3 days ago, if I remember correctly. I sent word to the Lightkeepers immediately, but he never showed up. I assumed he was just out on some mission or other. What's with those faces? Everything all right?
You've provided us with some very crucial information, Hintsa. You have our thanks. We can't make everything public yet, but once our investigation is complete, I will return to thank you and provide an explanation on behalf of all the Lightkeepers.
No worries. Just glad I could help.
Thanks. Good night.
Night. Sorry for waking you
Good night.
up.
Hope the
I,
investigation goes
you
well.
didn't have to like put on all the clothing though. Bye bye.
It seems that it is as we guessed. The Sergeant Major Sosi you encountered while repairing the cannon was actually Rerir in disguise.
Oh
8
no.
days ago, he had
That
yet
could
to
have
act,
ended badly.
but at some point after that, he attacked and imprisoned the Sergeant Major. With the immense gap in strength between them, the job was finished in a single blow. And thus Rerir had no opportunity to discover the malfunctioning mechanical arm. Perhaps his mastery of shapeshifting extends only to outward form, and not therefore to complex internal mechanisms. Hence his oversight of the uniquely mechanical traits of the Sergeant Major's arm, and in turn, this flaw in his disguise.
You're saying he thought no one would realize his mechanical arm is actually made of some kind of black muck on the inside, so long as it worked, right? Still seems like there's a lot
He
of
might be
guesswork involved
T-posing
here, but
inside.
it mostly makes sense.
Damn. Damn. I mean, is that the only thing he did as Sosi was fire the cannon? Why? Did he fire the cannon at a specific place because he wanted that? Hi, Silas! Welcome! How you
also has me
doing?
stumped for the moment. The cannon has always been used to destroy the wild hunt, and it works as intended. But how would that help Rerir exactly? Assuming he plans to collect the fragments within wild hunt anomalies, firing the cannon works against him, since it would blast those fragments to smithereens.
Or maybe he wanted to get
So
in
we solved
somewhere
one
and
mystery, only to
blasted
dig
it
up
exactly at that place.
another. This is getting Paimon kind of down. And
Okay, girl.
sleepy too.
We've been on edge for too long, it seems.
Yes, I'd say it is high time we took a break. Seems like there's a lot
Is it
left
high time to take a
investigate.
break? Is it?
We'll
Is
have
it?
to fight Rerir eventually. And we'll do a poor job if we're not well rested.
Yeah, we should totally get some sleep first.
Do you want to sleep with us
A
together in a room?
reasonable
I can offer you a
I
bed.
have no doubt that my quarters have been turned inside out by now, at any rate. My colleagues have never failed to live up to my expectations of their discourtesy.
Well, guess we'll just have to pick you up as usual.
That would be good, yes. Feel free to put the room costs on my tab.
But that's okay, you're invited.
Phew, back inside. We can finally take a breather. Okay, Paimon. In and out.
Why do you have to?
I
Seriously.
suppose we could all take a moment to unwind. As I recall, our first meeting took place not far from here. Ah, the nostalgia. Had you already sensed the unique
It's been
power
like
within
2
my
days
lantern
or
at that time?
something, Butter. What nostalgia? That's which is why I asked you to give it to me.
I see. Words truly do fail to capture your superlative insight. Fortunate then that abyssal energy was only leaking from the fragment in minuscule amounts when we first met. Or I might have been in for a real interrogation.
Yeah, hard to say how that would have played out. We've had a whole bunch of unpleasant run-ins with the Abyss.
Aurora seems fixated on you.
You
and
mean to
you
ask
kinda on
why I'm
him.
going
Is
this far
there,
to oppose him?
you know,
Well, as
some
a
kind of
lightkeeper,
background story
I'd
to
say I'm
that?
simply doing my job.
Come on, don't play games with me.
Yeah, you're covered in more mysteries than Paimon could shake a skewer at. You can't just get out of explaining yourself by making lame excuses.
All right. I suppose I do owe you some honesty. Whether
Yes.
out of gratitude or the need to build trust. Your deductions have been quite correct.
Okay.
Should one wish to conceal oneself within a lantern, elemental power alone is not enough. You know humans well, and naturally you understand their limits. But some things that humans would consider difficult are quite normal in the eyes of non-humans.
So, you mean you're one of the latter?
Have you heard of how Snezhnaya was once the realm of the Fae? This race is no longer of any importance, but they still exist, as evidenced by the fact that I am standing before you.
We've heard some scattered legends, but that's all Paimon thought there was to it.
I mean, he speaks the language of the Fae, apparently.
I once turned my heart toward humanity, and thus did I experience loss. I once labored and did much, and put an end to my tale with my own hands.
What?
When you realize you are floating in the middle of a vast ocean, you cannot help but feel that swimming in any direction would be equally meaningless. Would it not be better, then, to simply sink? But before I could sink to truly lightless depths, chance had it that I should be awakened by a band of Ratniki. They were facing a horde of abyssal monsters, and could not last against such a disparity in strength. Yet none fled. Those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive to all light. And the first light I saw upon awakening was that which shone from their eyes.
Is that why you chose to help them?
Perhaps I was moved by their valor. Perhaps I simply saw my past self in them, and was moved to action for the first time in a long, long while. But I was freshly awoken, and my powers were limited. I could not prevent casualties altogether. The survivors and I buried the fallen heroes. That was the origin of the Final Night Cemetery.
So he's immortal? Or just very, very, very old? That's why you choose to become a lightkeeper.
Well, not exactly. I was just more familiar with them. So joining up seemed the most convenient way to experience human life.
Doesn't sound too believable.
Well, I believe it.
Why
Besides,
would you ready it or be
I'm
on
well past the
already?
age
It's
when one might
September,
believe in
buddy.
things that must
You
be
swimming
done.
in money?
Nonetheless,
Huh?
there are still some things I will not allow to happen. The chaos that Rerir has been stirring up is one of them. Tomorrow I shall go and check our records to see if I can find any connection between the Wild Hunt, Rerir, and the Cannon.
Will you need us to get you where you need to be?
Oh, I'll be fine. I keep a backup copy at my residence in case of emergencies.
That's smart.
You even go back there right now? Won't there be Ratniki watching it?
That as well, yes. Should we go there?
Thanks for the reminder. I believe they'll have checked my place, but they won't have stayed. All things are ranked according to their priority, and we lack the manpower for such an open-ended stakeout. And even if someone is waiting, I have ways around that. I am the master of my own house, after all.
Hmm.
All right then, we'll trust you. We sure ended up.
But let's
paying for
stop
one,
yawning
huh?
because I have to yawn.
I'm super tired now. But, you know, feels like we can breathe easier now that we know you better.
I didn't take you for the cautious sort. Anyway,
I
hope
mean-
you'll help me keep this a secret. I'd prefer others not to know about my past unless strictly necessary.
That's okay.
Nor do I want to attract more trouble on account of being a fae.
Don't worry, I will not say anything.
Paimon's lips are sealed too.
All right.
Maybe he looks like a
Thanks
walking
again
ghost
for your
because he's
help.
fey and he probably hasn't
Good
slept
night,
in
you
like
two.
hundreds of years. Not just a few
Finally, we're
decades.
rest. Let's go get some sleep. There's tons to do tomorrow.
I talk to you?
It's getting late. The situation is urgent, but rest is vital. Good night, both of you.
Good night. Here, you wanna, you wanna come on here? There's a really comfy bed behind you. I just, just saying. There is an option. You could just like, It's like, the heck is talking out there? Be quiet, it's the middle of the night. It's like 2 more steps. It's just two tiny more steps. It's technically just 1 because you have really long legs. You could just, You know what? I'll leave you alone. It's okay. Goodbye. Where do I go? My own chambers? You could have slept in the same fucking ass room, but no. Ah!
So much
That was
noise.
rude.
What's going on this time?
Hey! Where's Flint's? Is he here or isn't he?
He's not here. Ah!
We would be most obliged if you would.
Why
pipe
is
down a
everyone
little, dear
so
guest.
mean?
Our other guests are resting.
Resting? We're all about to be done.
Thank
for,
you.
And you're talking about rest?
Those are some hot parts.
Flint's is a wild hunt shapeshifter, here to deceive us all. If we don't
You
get
what?
rid of him now, there'll be no end to this.
You better give him up. If anything happens, your business here is done for. You want that? Huh?
Or are you in cahoots with him? You with the
What
wild
is wrong
hunt
with
too,
you
huh?
guys?
What happened? Did something leak out? But we were so careful last night. How did anyone see us?
Yeah, I don't think it's because of anything that we did. Is one of them rare?
What do you mean?
Or else would they be talking about a wild hunt shapeshifter? Yeah.
This is so confusing. What do? These people are no match for Flint's, but they're super heated right now.
Yeah, Flint's does not want to
All the
hurt them
unusual
though.
Stuff about him won't make it any easier to explain either.
Let's go buy some time.
Okay.
Hey! Let us in now!
How about we don't?
My apologies. My apologies.
Hold on. Calm down, everyone.
What into that is the meaning of
I
this
never.
racket? Are you intent on depriving both the Voynich Guild and the Curatorium of Secrets of even a moment's rest? Boss, do we really have to entertain people who don't respect the rules? Call a few of your boys and have them thrown out.
And what hole did you crawl out of?
The fuck did you see
A
her?
watering hole, of course. The one
You
have
have
just
no
disturbed.
way to
A
talk
place
to
To get
her.
a moment's respite from all the recent unhappiness, and to escape from all this talk of the wild hunt or strange ghosts and phantoms. Who'd have guessed people like you would come bursting in, shrieking louder than any ghoul?
This is a matter of utmost importance. We've got solid evidence. All we need now is to confront
What
Flint's
evidence?
face to face. Exactly. And you sure don't look like an impartial party either, Nefer.
No, because she looks
don't I
gorgeous.
now? How about this then, boss? Let them do their search. If they find their man, they can have their little chat. But if they don't, then they owe everyone here an apology, as well as compensation for all the racket they've caused.
Wait, it's...
All right. I suppose that's the only way. If we don't let them in now, they'll be back sooner or later. What a mess.
Oh, alright then.
Well, I'd say that sounds like an impartial proposal. What say you? Or are you suddenly unsure of yourselves?
Come on, everyone! Move it!
Is the lamp with us? Can you stop rummaging through my stuff? It's very
No
rude.
sign of Flint's.
But how can that be? Hasn't he always stayed here?
Done searching, are we? Guess it's time to uphold your end of the bargain, huh?
Did she hit him? After teaching the group a harsh lesson, Nefer finally lets them go. Girl!
So, Paimon, you've been waiting to ask me something, haven't you?
Yeah, how did they even find us here?
My inside man with the Lightkeepers informed me that you paid the crime scene a late-night visit. I surmise that you must have rendezvoused with Flint's and obtained some new information. Then, early this morning, a group of people gathered at the town gates, news spreading amongst them that the Wild Hunt could disguise itself by taking on familiar faces. Everyone started throwing out the names of possible suspects. No one, seemingly, was exempt. And amidst it all, Flint's name started gaining more and more traction. I'm sure his solitary lifestyle may have played a part, but I wouldn't discount Rerir throwing fuel on the fire in secret.
So, did Flint's make his escape after hearing about this?
And that's where I, Yehoda, the quick-witted, fleet-footed backbone of the Curatorium, got my chance to shine. While everyone was super focused on the argument in the main hall, I alone noticed an opening.
I got her to climb up to a window to help Flint's out, only for her to return with nothing but a lantern.
Aww.
Yeah, that was Flint's though.
Pause. I was just getting started.
We initially intended to bring Flint's back to the Curatorium and wait those people out, but I never expected this to be all that was left. I imagine, though, that he wouldn't have left something that was so seemingly important to him behind.
Might he intend to come back and get it later? Maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, he's out of harm's way now, so that's not super important, right?
Oh?
What Paimon means to say is, we got lots of new intel to share.
All right then. Yehoda, contact the others. We're going to need all hands on deck. Let's have this discussion over at my place.
Okay, let's go to Nefer's place. Tap. Is he gonna spook everyone with turning into Flints when we get there? Nefer! Oh wait. Knock knock!